Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the remake from 1978, and it's currently on HBO Max for those who want to check it out. And I have not seen any of these movies. I am aware that there are at least two. There's one from 56, and there was one from 78. Not sure if there's some more, but I just knew that this was supposed to be the good one. And one of the remakes that was allegedly good, and I thought it started off strong at the very least. Like, I was enjoying the first 30 minutes of it. And while nothing had happened yet, I was like, okay, I see what you're setting up here. You're establishing these characters and what they're doing and where they are in their lives. And there's some great practical effects. Love that stuff. The movie was nice looking for the most part. There were some parts where it did look kind of off, and I was confused as to how certain shots were being motivated. I was like, okay, that's a weird choice here, but that's for another topic. But that's my one criticism with how this movie looks visually. And the acting's good. I liked how the characters were introduced. Jeff Goldblum, he was kind of funny in the movie, and Donald Sutherland was helping me get through the movie. I thought he did a really great job in this movie. Leonard Nimoy, I liked him as well. And my biggest problem with this movie is that I just didn't really get much out of it. The movie was way too long, did not need to be 2 hours long. And it's really frustrating when you start to really think about the movie as to what really justified that runtime, because for much of the movie, nothing happened. And I was like, okay, there are so many movies that were inspired by this movie, or at least I can see little hints of inspiration that was taken from this movie that were just done better in later films. Like, I kept thinking of movies that I would rather be watching that came out after this movie. And I understand that you should probably appreciate what this movie was able to do, especially with its limitations for the time. I am still giving it credit for being able to do certain things for the time, but unfortunately that does not reflect my overall enjoyment of the film. And I do feel as though there's a difference between appreciation and entertainment. Like, those two are kind of sitting differently in my mind in ways. And the story, it was taking a while for it to get interesting to me. And I was like, okay, where are we going with this? And eventually you do get some answers, but by the time we get there, it's kind of too little too late. And in any other movie, I can see, okay, having a slow build up to things is something that would be working for me. And if it's earned, it can be a really great payoff. But in this movie, my problem with doing that is that I didn't really care about any of the characters, nor did I care about the story. Like, aliens are taking over the world. I don't care. Not because that in and of itself is something I don't care about, but rather the story in which things are presented and the characters that were given. It was really difficult for me to care about anything, and I was just checked out emotionally halfway through the movie, and I was struggling to stay awake up until like the third act. Is like, okay, in the third act things are starting to happen, but man, that second act, I nearly fell asleep. I just wasn't into it. I was bored. I found nothing interesting. As far as substance goes, nothing here for me, and it was just really slow for no reason. Had a bunch of scenes of nothing happening for no reason, and I didn't feel as though any of the buildup was earned. I didn't feel as though any of the reveals in the story were earned. It was all just wasting my time, and I wish I could get those 2 hours back, but that's obviously not how real life works. Like, some examples of movies that came out after this where you can see, at the very least, hints of inspiration taken from this movie would be The World's End, or I would rather be watching the second segment of Kinds of Kindness. I forget what it's called, but there's another example. They Live. Much rather be watching that. Even The Happening, there were moments where I was thinking of The Happening. And even The Evil Dead, to a certain extent. Like, all movies either better, in my opinion, or more entertaining than this. Like, The Happening, hilariously bad, but still much more entertaining than anything this movie offered me. Got nothing out of it. I wasn't scared by anything, and I didn't care about anything, so that's my biggest reason as to why I didn't connect with this movie, sadly. I know a lot of people like it, but it wasn't a movie for me, unfortunately. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978 a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Monster. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.